Hello, everybody. Shout out to DJ Kara, really bringing the energy to Git Ops Summit. I love everything about that. Disco ball, the cacti. Yeah, Emily, who loves Git Ops? Yay, I love that energy. Good morning, good evening, or good day, wherever you are joining us from the world today. Welcome to our first ever Git Ops Summit. My name is Tracy Miranda. I'm the Executive Director at the Continuous Delivery Foundation, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to our event today. And I'm thrilled that the Continuous Delivery Foundation is hosting it with the Cloud Native Computing Foundation. Yeah, thanks, Martin. I agree. Great DJ. So, quick shout out to our sponsors as well. Our partner sponsors, CodeFresh, Red Hat, and also Puppet, who have helped us make this event possible today. Thank you so much for your support for the community. And I want to give an extra special shout out to the Cloud Native Computing Foundation, who are sponsoring our happy hour later today, and who we've been working with lately, more closer and closer. So if you do have the opportunity to join us this evening, please do come. We've got a lot of swag, and we'll have some fun quizzes and things like that, and just a way to connect with the rest of the Git Ops community in a more relaxed setting. Okay, so for now, I know we've been having some sessions already this morning. I hope you've already had an opportunity to catch some of those amazing talks. And we have a whole bunch more scheduled for later today. But right now, I want to spend just a few minutes kind of looking at the phenomenon that is Git Ops, and taking a look a bit at the timeline, more from a community perspective. Because you may have seen a lot or heard a lot about Git Ops on social media or in technical communities. And it's something which seems to have really captured the imagination of folks in both a positive way and sometimes a confusing way. So you'll hear lots of different things as people are trying to grapple with this idea of what is Git Ops, why should I care, and what should we, how should I be thinking about it? So in this session, what I want to do is just go through some of the background on Git Ops and how I've seen this evolve over the last few years. So we'll start back in 2017. So Git Ops is a really recent term, and it was coined towards the end of 2017 when Alexis Richardson of Weaveworks used it as a way to describe a set of patterns or principles, if you like, for operation by pull request. Oh, hang on, Leanne points out the slides are gone. Can we get some help fix those? All right, while we're fixing those, say hi in the chat, and I'm going to read out your messages. Hi, Rachel. Oh. Okay, I think we're back. Can folks confirm you can see the screen again? Okay, Adam. Adam says it's better, and Leanne confirms it's back. Okay, good to go. Right. So back in 2017, Alexis Richardson coins the term Git Ops to first describe patterns for operation by pull request. And it isn't long before we see lots of people kind of latching onto the term, and Kelsey Hightower, the amazing Kelsey Hightower, picks up on it early in 2018, highlighting it as version CI/CD on top of declarative infrastructure, and ever focused on the outcomes. He sees it as, stop scripting and start shipping. So from very early on, there was a lot of traction in the community around the idea of Git Ops. And from there, it kept building and building. So in 2018, that's when we started to see the first Git Ops talks hit conferences like KubeCon and even feature in the keynote at KubeCon in Copenhagen. So this was the first time it was going out to wider audiences, this idea that centers around developer experience, and you're really highlighting that Git Ops was bringing together a set of ideas ultimately about best practices for continuous delivery, but combining a lot of different things together and really taking advantage of building on the declarative infrastructure that is Kubernetes. So GitOps features at KubeCon. And then this keeps building. So in 2019, it reaches another level that goes really mainstream. And I was involved with a GitOps panel at KubeCon Barcelona. And we were amazed to see we had 1,600 folks register for the session. We had to get moved up into a bigger room. And I remember at that session, Laura Tucker and I were so amazed by the crowd that we had to sort of pose and take a selfie because we just had this room full of folks who were coming in for a talk on GitOps, a concept that hadn't existed 2 years before. And we had a great panel with Evan Pedresis and Alexis Richardson, just talking about what the ideas were here and how we think it could be shaping up. And it's a little weird to be kind of looking back at those in-person events and wondering why everyone is in social distancing. But it really was, I feel, a moment when GitOps started really hitting the mainstream and being something that people cared about and wanted to figure out if they should be kind of incorporating the tools and the practices themselves. And as ever, this is Kelsey Hightower in 2019. GitOps is the best thing since configuration as code. It changed how we collaborate, but declarative configuration is the key to dealing with infrastructure at scale and sets the stage for the next generation of management tools. So a resounding validation from Kelsey, and don't forget, he's also joining us at the keynote at CDCon on Thursday. So then we move on to 2020. Loads of folks trying to get into GitOps, a lot of kind of different opinions and perspectives. And this led to the formation of the GitOps Working Group as part of the Cloud Native Computing Foundation. And that group was formed to define a vendor-neutral, principle-led meaning of GitOps. And I think we're thrilled to have a lot of the folks who helped found that group and are actively helping drive that mission here today. And do encourage folks to check out the keynote coming up, but also get involved with that group to help shape GitOps. And then over the course of 2021, we're all in the pandemic doing virtual events, and the GitOps virtual events start springing up all over the place. So at KubeCon, we have GitOpsCon. GitOps Day started in 2020 and continues through to 2021. And then that brings us to this event, the Github Summit. So co-hosted by CD Foundations and CNCF. We're a vendor-neutral event, and I believe one of the largest GitOps event ever. And I put the slide together yesterday, so I want to share an updated registration number with you. So I would like to welcome to the Github Summit all 2,924 folks who've registered. I'm sure we can break 3,000 by the end of the day, but welcome. We're very glad to have you here on this GitOps journey. Now, to add to the GitOps story, there's something else I would like to announce today. But before we get to that, I want to thank all our amazing speakers who have spoken or who are speaking today and have helped us put together an amazing program to help everybody kind of get to grips with GitOps from different perspectives, whether it's security management or databases or what have you. And also, a really big shout out to this amazing keynote, which is happening shortly after this session. We have the amazing Tracy Reagan and Cornelia Davis leading the panel, as well as joined by Dan Garfield, CodeFresh and the Git Ops Working Group, and Dan Laurence, who is our CDF Technical Oversight Chair and Approval. So if there's any confusion you still have about Git Ops or its place in continuous delivery, I highly recommend checking out that talk, and it will kind of clear up everything you've been wondering about. Okay, so now at Github Summit, I'm very excited to announce 2 new training courses designed to help individuals get up to speed with Git Ops, this developer workflow, which really helps enable your cloud-native continuous delivery. These courses were put together by the Linux Foundation, but also developed in partnership with the Cloud Native Computing Foundation and the Continuous Delivery Foundation to help teach the skills necessary to begin implementing Git Ops practices. And we even have a little video. So let's go ahead and play that video.
Cloud-native technologies enable organizations to scale rapidly and deliver software faster than ever before. Git Ops, operation by pull request, is a powerful developer workflow that enables organizations to unlock the promise of cloud-native continuous delivery. Git Ops is a set of practices that enable developers to carry out tasks that traditionally fell to operations personnel. It has similar benefits to DevOps, but is more about technique than culture, and emphasizes the use of the Git tool specifically. Implementing Git Ops practices leads to an improved developer experience, higher productivity, and more stable, reliable, and secure software. Flux CD, a CNCF project, is a collection of Git Ops tools for keeping Kubernetes clusters in sync with sources of configuration, including Git repositories, and automating updates to configuration when there is new code to deploy. In many ways, Flux is the project that gave rise to Git Ops and is helping teams manage the complexity of operating Kubernetes. To help more developers familiarize themselves with these beneficial tools and practices, the Linux Foundation, CNCF, and Continuous Delivery Foundation have created the Git Ops Continuous Delivery on Kubernetes with Flux training course, which provides a foundational deep dive into Git Ops principles and practices and how to implement them using Flux. The course will teach you to implement Flux CD and Git Ops practices to set up a continuous delivery pipeline on your Kubernetes environments and provide a sense of operational control via Git-based workflows like branching models and pull request. Enroll today and start improving your continuous delivery practices.
Awesome. So that is the new training course. Please do go check it out. I can see the conversation is already getting heated up in the chat. So lots to discuss on Git Ops. What I will encourage folks beyond today and the Git Ops Summit here, we do also have more Git Ops content at the CDCon over Wednesday and Thursday, as well as talks on our Git Ops and Cloud Native track. So if you've come for Git Ops Summit, we do encourage you to stay on for the rest of the day. And also a quick reminder again that this evening, for Eastern time, but please adjust for wherever you are joining us from the world, we will be having the happy hour sponsored by CNCF with a chance to win swag and just have some fun with the quiz and meeting your fellow Git Ops community. Thank you very much and enjoy Git Ops Summit.